What is up, guys? Half Slab Bacon back with another episode of Ark on the Lost Ark server. Oh yeah, baby. So, if you notice behind me is Carno Island. That's because, I was just kind of up at the old North End Sandbox base area, doing some grinding, mainly, because we got some building plans today. I got something to show you if you don't watch the Sandbox series and you didn't see the last episode, but look at this. I did the grinding late last night and signed off, and signed back in this morning, and Blue, how did you get up there? Oh, I'm gonna have to break walls to get you down, Blue. What are you doing inside the boat, Blue? I don't think the ladders work the way they used to. Can I not? Okay, yes, I still can. It's just a little buggy. Blue? But yeah, I leveled up Blue, as you can see. And you know what? For such a low-level team, stats are pretty good. Like, we gotta work on this melee damage and pump the weight some more. I've been pumping weight a little bit as I leveled her up. But, you know, really, the weight started off pretty good, and you know, for doties, that's what you want really is weight and melee, right? So you can collect a lot of stone. But yeah, I'm gonna have to break the boat to get her out of there, I think. Also, I kind of smashed up the front end of the raft and shortened it a little bit because I had it so long that too much of it was clipping into the land over in the swamp area, and one of the mods we have. So yeah, I just kind of went the stair because the snapping a foundation to a ceiling trick doesn't work anymore. But yeah, stuff and things. It's a little shorter just to kind of help with the parking it in certain areas that have a cliff face like that. And I put here, I gotta switch views. I put the ramps on the side because I kind of like it. It doesn't look pretty, but it's more functional that way. Anyways, I'm headed back to the swamp area where we did our taming pen on the last build. I did a bunch of off-camera stuff. I showed it briefly in the almost a season finale for the Sandbox. If you didn't watch that video, you're in for a surprise. And even if you did watch that video, you're in for a surprise, because we got some mods to play with today here, peeps. So I'm just going to do the trip down that way, and I'll BRBs, folks. Alright, peeps, we're here, and as you can see, like I said, if you didn't see the almost season finale on the Sandbox, which I did in this world, because Sandbox is done for the time being. Well, the Sandbox is done. There's a new server in the works for the multiplayer. And also good news, see, that's why I shortened it. Even with these guys, look how much that clips here. Like, it just pushed my froggies. It pushed my frogs into the ground. So yeah, I had to get rid of some of the front end. Yeah, if you, let's put them back on neutral. I've learned to keep them on passive when on the boat. So if a shark or something attacks, they don't, you know, all jump off the boat to try and fight. But yeah, I did this off camera, mainly because I was playing with the temp building mod to do this. And I kind of got a pro tip here for you guys. See how none of the wood's coming through the ceilings here? Now, I don't see a lot of people ever showing this off. So we're gonna cover that. And yeah, see the cool wine barrels? This is something we're going to play around with today. Look at our bar. Isn't that awesome? Actually, while we're in here, yeah, let's get rid of the temp fireplace. Like I said in the past video, with the temps, the red means that you can't directly replace them. You have to break them. But I made a stone fireplace. I love our Dodic, guys. It's so nice to have a Dodic. I got so much built last night just because I had our lovely little Dodic with me. It was so great. Just thinking about how much time it would have taken to grind out that steel if I didn't have the Dodic. it would have been crazy, guys. Like, just crazy. So, yeah, I'm very picky with placement with stuff like this, guys. That's why I tend to do a lot of this off camera as well. Like, that doesn't look straight. Come on, bugger. Give me a spot where I can see you line up with the wood. Ah! I should turn my mouse sensitivity down. It's a little overkill, actually. Okay, now. Why are you up there? That looks about right, hopefully. We're gonna commit to it. We got a stone fireplace, guys. Yeah, and it's not straight. Son of a... How's it look from the back? You know what? I can live with that. We're okay. We won't have to break it and replace it. Yeah, let's get in our inventory here. And what do I feel like burning? We'll burn some thatch. I loaded the boat back up. I made a ton of walls and stuff and things. Yeah, there we go. Keep us warm at night in here. And, something else I got for us is some candles. I don't know if these burn, or these are from, the pub mod that we made this bar with, I believe. It's called Pub Decor. Are you gonna place? Invisible candle! Okay, yeah, maybe we'll just drag that down into our hot bar here. And try again. No? You don't want to place on a bar? But I thought you're from the same mod. Well, maybe the lag's why. That might be why. Lagorific. No, it doesn't want to place there, huh? I might have to play around with the order of some of my mods, too. Oops, I threw the torch. Pick it up. No, pick up the torch. Yeah, because I am noticing I'm having placement issues with some of the stuff. But, you know what? While we're in here, one thing we can place is, even though we can't get the candles down, check this out, guys. And I got to make the pictures and stuff, because some of this stuff's expensive. But look at this. Tell me this places, at least. No? Yeah, I might have to play around with the order of some of the mods. So yeah, I guess I should kind of go over this, shouldn't I? I used the temp mod and I was kind of playing around so I could get some experience with it. Just ignore that, okay? It's only... Actually, I might be able to break that now. No, that's saying ceiling. There we go. Damn it! Nope. It took... Okay. It took the whole railing down, so we won't be doing that again. Thankfully, I don't think that was structurally holding anything. It was just a decorative one. Let's find out. If I'm wrong, I got some work to do. Yeah, that's a window. Go in the door, Bacon. Yeah, no, that was just a decorative one. So, I'll replace that off camera. We got our fireplace here, though. It's awesome. Look how pretty it is. Okay, let's get on, let me show you guys here. So, we'll bring up our temp mod, just so this isn't costing me squat. And this is kind of what I was playing around with. And now from experience, guys, I will actually say, it was more work to try and do the whole build. Put a space in there. Jeez. It literally was more work to try and do the whole build with the temp and then replace it than it would have been to just kind of use a few core starter pieces. And if I could spell, I might get somewhere. Let's make, I don't know, give me 5. Oh, I made a hatch. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Actually, yes, it does. the one thing I'm trying to show you. So we'll make a couple of those. And then let's grab our pillars. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need... Well, no, I won't need more than one foundation. We'll just use the one, and I'll just explain the core concept. So what I did here, peeps, let's pull these down. Let's pull these down. And let's use this. So in order to get that, what you normally see people do with the pillars is they start with a ceiling and then they kind of work down. And that's why you get stuck in the top. So what I did here was I actually used the temp mod. And I started with a foundation. And you can do this with the regular building. It's just, it's expensive because to get the parts where you want them, it means you're breaking a lot of items. Now, obviously, this isn't straight, but the whole reason I started with the temp mod was so I could spam a whole bunch of temp foundations the length of this build and make sure I had them straight, and that way if I was breaking them to, you know, get them nice and straight the way I want them. Dude, why are you always at my boat? Look at this guy, he's always humping my boat. Go away, would you? I'm putting a wall up today, and you're not allowed here anymore. Go away. But, yeah. And then, to get this, like you see, okay, so that's not going to work anymore, right? In order to go out, we need foundation support. So what you actually do here, guys, is you see how when we place one of these from up top, you get that snap point where it's like half through? And you can do it from the bottom, too, if you click and you kind of push up. See that? See that? That's what we're looking for right there. Then you actually place, and then you can go down from there. And I'm not sure if we're low enough to require one into... Yeah, it looks like we are. Then you go up. And then, if I can get the hitbox, I think that's the top pillar, hopefully. Yes. Okay, now next pillar. That makes no sense. It's still there. It shouldn't still be there. Hello? Oh, is that the one in the ground? Okay, well, this is a terrible example then. We didn't go far enough out. And it's hard to see, actually. Yeah, you see how that works? So that's kind of the trick to get them without the ceilings, because then you can go out from there. See, it's not qualified as a foundation support right now because we don't have the bottom one in. But the trick with these, so we got to get that bottom one snapped. No, the bottom one's, it's behaving weird. Anyways, the point being is once you get one in place like that, and you have it so it's not sneaking through the top, then it actually creates snap points in the ground for the same spot at the same height. And then you can kind of go along and place all your pillars like a so. And then you're able to run around and snap your ceilings on top. And that one didn't snap even. But, well, actually, you know what? It's probably the one that we're standing on that's off. But now you see how they snap? Flush? Yeah. So there's... We would have to break this one. And probably that one as well. And this is why the temp mod comes so in handy here, guys. Yeah, see? Because then we can get them all perfectly flush. And this is basically how I did it. So I did my pillars, but I did them all with the temp first. What I should have done is just line that first one up with the temp and then used all the parts, because what I found is when I tried to swap out the real parts for the temp mod, they didn't want to play nice. So then I just kind of ran those and, you know, bang, done. But I did it all with the temp mod first, and then the real parts didn't want to play nice with the temp mod, so it just turned into a big pain in the pooper, really, is what it turned into. So, now that I have some experience, I would say the temp mod is definitely a time and a resource saver, but when you're trying to use it to set up a build like this, the way I should have done it was just place those temp foundations, ran my temp ceilings out, gotten that first snap point set with the first pillar, and then started working all the other pillars out with the real parts, and then gone back and broken the temp pillar, because once all the other pillars were in place, the snap point would still be there for that pillar, and then put the real parts in, and then come back and done all the sealing and everything, because trying to do it all with the temp and then just replacing, for some strange reason, and I think it's because these parts in the temp mod I'm using are all metal, and wood and metal actually snap a little bit different. So they just didn't play nice with one another, but, you know, now I know, hindsight being 2020. So I don't want to have a huge, like, massive crazy wall going here or anything. But I do want to have a walled off area for some dinos, and then, you know, our base is safe because we only made that out of wood because it's going to be our pub, our local hangout spot in the swamp. I was thinking about calling it the Swamp Hut originally, guys. I'll probably refer to it as our swamp base, but I think I'm going to go with Mom's Kitchen. And I'll tell you why. The reason I'm going to go with Mom's Kitchen is because my mom was always kind of like the hostess with the mostess. And I think I've mentioned in past I'm a chef by trade. I used to think about opening a place in her memory. And I was going to name it by her first name. And just her first name kitchen. And I'm not going to say her first name on the YouTubes because, well, you know, I have kids. So I kind of want to limit how much of our details we give out in public. Because, yeah, I don't want anybody stalking my kids or anything. Not saying you guys would. I'm just saying, you know, keeping some online privacy is important. And I try and teach that to my kids as well, and you need to lead by example. So if you're one of the small viewers that is a teenager, or, you know, in the 8 to 11, 12 crowd, then don't underestimate the importance of online privacy, kids. And when your parents talk to you about it, they're not just being nags. You literally don't understand how important it is. And, you know, next time they're ragging about it, you might want to tell them, you know, Bacon says you're right. It's really important to be to keep your online anonymity and keep quiet. See, I'm glad we're using the temp mod, because that doesn't look straight at all here, peeps. That looks terrible. Okay, I'm going to play around with this off camera, and I'll be RBs. Okay, guys, so I set this up. Oh, by the way, here. Let's just do. I can get out of this camera view now, because that's done. But, look! She was following me. I went and killed a snake and tamed her up. It couldn't be helped, guys. She wanted to be mine. So I've covered this before. You know how, you normally free float behemoth gates, right? But I have covered in past that if you create fence foundations, it wants to snap to it. You see how it's looking to snap there? Okay, so we're gonna kind of exploit the fence foundations in that way using the temp mod. Okay, guys, so I actually snapped it and broke it, because apparently the way the behemoth gate works, and I think I knew this before, I just forgot, but it snaps to the middle of the fence foundation. So then you either have a gap between the wall and the behemoth gate, or you have a wall going through it. So even though it's expensive, I broke the gate, I broke all the foundations, and I placed it manually off camera just because, you know, it's a thing that was bugging me. So we have this one mod I have, and I'm not sure how this is going to work at all because I have not played with it off. Oh, well, you know, the fog helps. Thanks, game. I have not played with it off camera at all, so I have no idea how this is going to work out, peoples. But they're rounded walls, rounded foundations, so we can do like a castle tower. Thing is, I'm not sure how they're going to snap, where they're going to snap, or any of that, because I have yet to play with it. This is my first attempt. They're not super expensive. They're about the same as, you know, regular stone walls and stuff and things. So I think what we're going to try and do here is I'm going to try and line it up so it's straight without being too fussy. And I kind of want to see if I can get like the stairs like so the walls actually snap like flush to these walls. Will it place? Is that lag? No. Of course it's not lag. Alright, peeps, so since that was our kind of last time or third time having something not placed, I took a guess that it might have been the load order I had the mods. So I took a breakfast break and shut down the server and reordered the mods, and now it looks like they're snapping just fine. So that is indeed what it was. It's a thing, and you know, that just unfortunately kind of goes with why is it we're bug testing here, people. This is what happens when you have like 4 million different mods loaded. I don't know how to get these to... Is it the left or the right? Why? What? What if I stand over here? Okay. No. 8. No. What if we go... No. 9. No! We should be able to get a circle here. This is what this mod is for. 8. It doesn't want it. Can I press E? Oh, you can press E on these stuff. Okay. Yeah, so that's left. And then 9 is right. Ta-da! And it's kind of tricky. You can place them into these walls, which is awesome. That's what I was hoping. But in the same sense, yeah, you have to be real cautious with lining the wall up with the top stair to get that wall to line up. I actually had to break them. But I've got doors and like the whole nine's ready for this, so I'm gonna grab those and kind of pound away at this off camera, and I'll BRBs. Alright, peeps, is that ever tricky? This time I got lucky the first time. I must have broken 1 million foundations testing this out, but it seems to be, if you're gonna do this, to get these walls, like, see, I've actually got this one. It's coming in the inside a little bit, but they're lining up. So I totally got lucky with the first one. But you can see kind of where the second step is lining up with the wooden beam in the straight wall. That's kind of where you want it, is in or around there to get it to connect. If it's inside of that wooden beam, it just kind of, the wall shoots through too much, and if it's too far away from that wooden beam, you get gaps in between the two walls. So that's kind of, that's the trick with this. You know, they can't make them snap together, obviously, because, you know, it's a modder, and it wouldn't be a clean mod if they did that. But outside of that, I'll tell you this much. The walls snap better than the base games. Like, you get kind of that finicky placement, but once you get them to snap right, look at that. Is that beautiful or what? We're going to have towers at either end. And I'm going to have to make some more walls and stuff because, you know. But look at that. Like, once you get the first one snapped right, the rest just, they don't, it's not like the Ark straight walls that go, no, I'm not doing it that way. I have 10 different snap points. Screw you, I'm going to make your life difficult. No, these ones actually just, whoops. Okay, I'm out of materials anyways, and it's nighttime, but these actually just snap together. Okay, peeps, so we ran into a little bit of a problem there, ironically. Check this out. So while the foundation doesn't seem to snap to these, they snap to the foundation. So after I built this and I tried to place the fence foundation, this is what I got. So I had to break the wall, and I used a temp to try and line that up like we had the other one, which sucks. So if you're gonna use this mod, I'm gonna recommend making, you know, extra parts. And it looks like you might want to just square off your walls with fence foundations to start with, and maybe leave, I don't know, it looks like, yeah, if you came to a point and then you knocked out like the uppermost corner, each one, I think it would work. It would line up okay. You know, learning pains. But now it's saying it's obstructed. Are you kidding me? Awesome. So I got to rebuild all that. Good thing I made extra parts. Yay. Yeah. It's obstructed. Awesome. So what if I break the wall? And what? What the? Well, we've done it now, peeps. Alright, peeps, so I got her done, and I put a tower in. I gotta put doors on it yet, but now we got, you know, individual doors to get in and out of our wall, and we have cool freaking towers. Like, how cool is this, man? So yeah, that sucks. Oh well. Whatever. I'm not redoing it. Well, I might, but not today. I don't have the materials. Yeah, but now we can come up in our tower and kind of look. We got a Gigantopithecus. I'll show you guys how it snaps together on the other one. I just wanted to show you it's done. And there is a way to line these up perfectly. I figured it out after much headache. So what you want to do is, and it almost sucks that you're forced to do it this way, but you got to run your towers first, which if you're trying to put two in corners like this is going to be quite difficult, right? But this is the way you have to do it to get them to snap together properly. And I'm just using these foundations because I built them, but they're extras. So now when we hit, and I'm using my temp foundations here, but you see how it tries to snap there? Well, if you're really careful, watch, I'm not going to be able to get it this time. There is a snap point down on the ground, and you have to get it. I can't even remember what angle I was at to find it. But you have to find that snap point. What the hell, man? We gotta put him down. Get him, boys. Uh-oh. What the heck? Sorry, dude. I would have tamed you, but... oh, well. It is what it is, right? That's what you get for coming in my base. Okay, guys. This is how I got it. See how I kind of line those up like that? And notice that snaps? So the first one wants to go this way, but then you can get that one. And with the stairs come out from like this point. So you still have to lay your half foundation first, but then you can go like that and just kind of shift them out and line it up that way. And then your blah, 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 outside walls run. Stupid idiot. You're not even here. Go away. Jerk. Then your walls actually line up perfectly flush. Like, look, you can't even see them. The downside is you can do that with the first wall, but you're still going to have to eyeball the second one, right? And I've also noticed these are kind of sneaky in the way you place these. Like, really, really sneaky. See what I mean? It's kind of annoying. Why they like to do that, I'm just not sure. But it's a thing. Do we get it? No! Now I'm going to be short materials to get this up to the top. So they take a too-high roof. And try from over here and see if we can get it to line up. And it's in, yeah, it's trying to go in front of the door. There. Jesus. You can hit E to twist them. But what annoys me is when I hit E, it gives me the wrong... There we go, we got it. Now can I make another one? No. Okay, BRBs. Okay, I made it, we're back. So once you get the first one placed, the second one seems to snap in okay. I've noticed, depending on how you walk up them, they can be a little buggy and push you into walls and stuff, but, you know, it's all good, right? So then we've got ceilings here we can put on. So let's go ahead and grab those up. And that'll give us our little walkway. No. 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 Why you hate me, game? Why, game? There we go. That's what I want to see. There we go. That's right, right? Right. Okay. Then we can get our windows snapped in here. The walls really do snap pretty easy in this compared to the vanilla ones. Wow. But, you know, lining them up with vanilla parts is definitely a challenge. So, like I said, make extra. I had basically all my chests full, and they're not empty, but they're pretty darn close. So, yeah, it's a thing. Why don't we go see if those pub mod items place before we call it a day, because those might place now too that I changed the order. We can just leave all the rounded stuff in here. There we go. Yeah, give me some candles. I'm short candles all of a sudden. That's kind of odd. Alright then. I want to see a beer stein. Yes! So it was just our order of stuff and things, people. We should be able to put, like, a little candle. Yes. Do they light up? You can... Oh my goodness. Must contain spark powder, oil, or angler gel. That is wicked. I love it, peeps. We got bar stools and tables and everything we can make for this. We're running short of time today, but we'll do it, peeps. We're gonna have all the things in here. It's gonna be awesome. Like, that is cool. Guys, check out that candle. Is that awesome or what? That is some cool stuff right there. I like it. And we got our pictures. These are expensive, by the way, just so you know. Yeah, they like metal. But that is cool. And I made us our bar stools. Yeah. Like a so. Can we sit on? We can. That's awesome. That is cool. I like it, guys. I like it a lot. So we'll just kind of have, you know, our seating around the bar. Because who doesn't like having a nice pub to relax in after a hard day's work of taming dinos and kicking butt? Yeah, baby. There's a candle in it? Oh, that's cool. That is awesome. We got our fireplace. We got those. I was kind of thinking about putting one out here too, but nah. It's not working out. Can we put it on top? Like, will it merge on the fireplace? Yes. Yes? Yes? Oh, that is epic. Why is it not lag? Yeah, okay, let me put some in there. That is awesome, peoples. I am liking this game modded. Wow. This is like so cool, man. Just kind of lay those around. I'm gonna have to make more pictures and all the things. Nobody puts their beer stein handle that way. Now you can pick these up and replace them. I checked to see if, like, when you picked it up it showed it in your hand, but it doesn't. It puts it in your inventory. All these guys are left-handed apparently, which is okay by me because I'm a lefty. Alright guys, I had to do it. I finished her all off. I even put these in. They're irrigated. I figured one in each corner was good enough just to have that look to it, right? So I will make up some batches of beer since we can put them in our cups and look at the options. Like, you can rename it, you can pick it up. Same with the stools. You can pick them up and move them around, the candles, everything, which I think is awesome. The candles don't give up much light, but they look cool. These gotta go, though. We're gonna put some real cooking pots in the corners there, I think. But just for the sake of, I don't want any more of this temp stuff in our shot here. I think it's time to call it an episode for today, guys. I'll be lucky if I can edit this down to under 1,000,000 years old, and if I can get my orientation right. Check that out, people. That is awesome. I like it. Yep. Now, can I see myself, please? That is some cool stuff, people. Well, you know the drill. If you like the video, please smash the like and subscribe and help the channel out for me. And stay tuned for more. We're going to be doing awesome stuff with all these builds. I'm really looking forward to it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!